Welcome to this heartfelt journey through spiritual transformation and divine guidance. What we're about to explore is a profound message of love, growth, and renewal. A message that speaks of how carefully we are watched over and guided through life's many seasons. This narration unpacks the beautiful promises contained in My Dear Child, revealing how divine care shapes our path, lifts our burdens, and transforms our very being. Whether you're facing challenges, seeking direction, or simply yearning for reassurance, these words offer a timeless reminder of unseen support and unfailing presence in every moment of life. Change is coming, not as a random event, but as a carefully planned transition. Like the shifting of seasons, this change marks the beginning of something new and intentional in your life. You may have already sensed it, perhaps as a restlessness you couldn't name or a twitch in a dream. These were early signals, making space within you for what's about to unfold. This isn't a sudden, impulsive shift. Rather, it's the convergence of many seasons, all pointing toward this moment. 3 specific changes are being set in motion tonight, working deep within, where no tool can reach. Though you won't see the hands that shape these changes, they will move through muscle, bone, and thought with precision and care. The change might feel subtle at first. The deepest work rarely makes noise, but these unseen processes will bring lasting transformation more effectively than any dramatic display. You stand at a turning point planned long ago, one that opens a new path forward. Trust that what seems unremarkable on the surface is reshaping your future in profound ways. The first change occurs at the deepest level, a lifting of heaviness that has clung to your bones. This tiredness, which became so familiar you hardly noticed its weight, is losing its hold. As dawn breaks, you'll begin to sense a lighter core, as if something heavy has been quietly removed. Notice the space that opens within you during your day. Activities that once drained you will feel less demanding. You may not pinpoint the exact moment when this shift happens, but you'll catch yourself walking faster, thinking more clearly, laughing without effort. This isn't a temporary burst of energy that quickly fades. It's a consistent current designed to sustain you through whatever lies ahead. This renewed energy doesn't make you invincible or erase your need for rest. Instead, it gives you a better rhythm, a natural balance between effort and recovery. The heaviness that once held you back is being replaced by sustainable strength, providing just what you need for each day's journey. The second change affects your physical form. Posture, balance, and patterns of movement will begin to correct themselves. Areas that once felt weak or uneven will find new steadiness. This isn't primarily about appearance, though others may notice something different about you. It's about function and support for the tasks that lie ahead. This adjustment is practical, like manna provided in the wilderness, enough for each day and designed to strengthen you as you go. What's happening inside will gradually show outside, not through dramatic transformation, but through the quiet confidence of someone at ease in their own skin. Think of it as equipment being fine-tuned for a journey. Your body is being prepared to support you better, to carry you more efficiently through daily tasks and challenges. This change isn't cosmetic or superficial. It reaches to the core of how you move through the world, giving you the physical foundation needed for what's coming next. The third change connects body and spirit in new ways, increasing your awareness of what's around you. Sounds may seem clearer, silence more inviting. You'll notice things you previously missed, subtle shifts in atmosphere, quiet prompts in your spirit. Insights will arrive more quickly, guiding your choices before doubt has time to interfere. This sharpened perception isn't meant to overwhelm you, but to steer you toward what matters. Think of it as a reliable tool that helps you stay aligned with truth. To care for this gift, give yourself quiet moments each day. If you do, this heightened awareness will serve you rather than wear you out. With this clarity comes responsibility. When you notice something important, act without delay. Practice small acts of obedience now. A conversation you've avoided, a quiet apology, a promise kept on time. Each step will train you for larger ones, building courage through repetition and settling your nerves with each small victory. Change can make the heart tremble. The unknown tests patience, and breaking old patterns can hurt. But remember that growth, while sometimes uncomfortable, is carefully managed. The pressure you feel is adjusted so it remains bearable, enough to stretch you, but never enough to break you. During the hardest moments, the divine hand stays closest, even when you can't sense it. Each challenge is measured so it never exceeds what you can bear. When the process feels rough, pause and breathe. The discomfort will pass, and you'll find yourself carried through with unexpected strength. Watch for small markers of progress: lightness where you once felt weighed down, clarity where confusion ruled, steadiness replacing fragility. Welcome these signs with humility, seeing them not as trophies but as evidence that growth is underway. Small beginnings deserve celebration because they forecast the larger outcomes forming just ahead. The twisting paths ahead aren't random chaos, but carefully designed routes. Every rise and drop serves a purpose in your development. When the path feels uneven, remember that each step has been laid out beforehand. The route isn't improvised, but charted with precision. A straight road often leaves travelers untested and unprepared. Peaks lift your spirit and broaden your perspective. Valleys teach reliance and deepen your roots. Both are essential for maturity. The quick changes in terrain don't signal punishment, but close involvement in your journey. Uphill stretches grant new viewpoints. Downhill segments build endurance. Without effort, triumph would feel hollow. So accept the full path, recognizing that every segment, pleasant or difficult, serves a purpose that will become clear with time. Gain what each season offers, and you'll carry wisdom that outlasts both weather and circumstance. You were formed as a whole being. Thought, feeling, and flesh interact constantly, influencing each other in subtle but powerful ways. Fear tenses muscles, disrupts sleep, and weakens defenses. Trust loosens that grip, allowing your system to function as designed. When you place confidence in divine care, calm spreads through your system. This isn't magic but design. Your body was built to respond to peace. That's why quiet moments matter so much. In quiet, your heartbeat steadies, your breath lengthens, and your cells take notice, creating the perfect environment for health to grow. Return to quiet often, especially when life feels loud and off balance. Practice until stillness feels natural, and you'll notice peace walking beside you even into the busiest hours of your day. You don't need grand ceremonies to experience these benefits. Simple choices make the difference. Choosing honesty over pretense, patience over reaction, pause over impulse. Each choice opens room for renewal, refreshing what lies below the surface. Genuine health begins with rest. While financial provision and new opportunities are wonderful gifts, the deeper gifts reach hidden places, mending what was bruised and restoring balance where things have tilted. When divine support pours out, it fills every corner. Your body is wired to repair, and that repair happens faster when stress lifts. Notice how lightness follows the release of a burden, how sleep deepens after forgiveness, how strength renews after gratitude. These aren't superstitious connections, but natural outcomes of alignment. They serve as small proofs that your attitude affects your physical well-being. Like a tree standing firm in storms because its roots run deep, you become resilient through depth, not despair. When winds rise, it's not outward appearance but inner grounding that keeps you secure. Every challenge invites you to grip more firmly to what truly matters. As trust deepens, outward results appear naturally. Clarity in decisions, steadiness in relationships, effectiveness in service. When change feels too swift, and your heart pounds with uncertainty, don't run away. Instead, speak honestly about your fears and weaknesses. Grace meets every shortage with just what's needed: courage, patience, or clear direction. Accept it, then move forward, knowing that acknowledged weakness becomes a doorway for strength. Remember that your journey isn't private. Others observe how you respond to difficulty. Your patience, steadiness, and recovery offer real-life evidence that trust works. As you receive strength, you simultaneously help others through your example. This is how goodness multiplies through small, consistent actions. Choosing calm words during disagreement, persisting in hope after setback, showing kindness when it costs time. Don't resent low seasons as fertile lessons grow there. And don't cling too tightly to mountaintop moments. They show the view but aren't home. Both peaks and valleys serve as instructors. Thankfulness reminds you of provision during the good times. Reflection uncovers deeper insight during challenges. Together they shape a well-rounded wisdom that prepares you for whatever comes next. Trust divine timing, even when it puzzles you. The viewpoint guiding your life reaches beyond yours, seeing connections and possibilities you cannot yet imagine. Every gift and internal shift aims to prepare you for a future currently beyond your vision. The current ride is temporary, but the work being done inside you creates lasting change. Lift your eyes above immediate circumstances. They are a chapter, not the whole book. Keep perspective as you continue forward, knowing you aren't alone on any page. Divine companionship remains constant, ensuring the story unfolds as planned for your good. Each twist and drop is held firmly by a hand that doesn't observe from a distance, but sits right beside you. This rhythm of ascent and descent forms part of your curriculum, leading to rounded wisdom. The companionship you receive is constant, not earned. When noise and speed make it hard to notice this presence, place your hand over your chest and feel your heartbeat. That steady rhythm echoes the divine presence that never leaves your side. You are never alone on this journey. Divine presence remains closer than your next breath, delighting in your victories and sharing your tears during hardship. This companionship doesn't depend on your performance or perfect behavior. It remains constant through every season and circumstance. When external noise makes it difficult to sense this presence, simple reminders can help. Your heartbeat itself serves as evidence that you're not abandoned. That steady rhythm echoes the faithful presence that surrounds you even when you can't feel it. Let it ground you in the certainty that every turn of the path is faced together, not in isolation. Together you will navigate each challenge, and together you will celebrate the completion of every segment before beginning the next. This shared journey creates a foundation of trust that can weather any storm. The hand that holds yours doesn't tire or let go, even during the darkest nights or most confusing days. Cooperation with divine guidance isn't passive acceptance, but active participation. It's an engaged yes that opens the way for beneficial influence to flow freely, bringing order to thoughts and calm to nerves. When doubts rise, speak them openly instead of letting them circle endlessly in your mind. When you notice good, acknowledge it aloud. When you stumble, turn back quickly. Trust is more than a virtue. It's a pathway to closeness and protection for your life. Shame has no constructive role in your journey. Divine mercy resets your course each morning, offering fresh chances regardless of yesterday's misstep. Restoration isn't something you earn, but something freely given. With each sunrise, progress often begins with a single honest sentence whispered in darkness. Even when you falter, as everyone does, return without delay. Open arms and renewing compassion await you. There is no failure so great that love cannot cover it, no misstep so severe that grace cannot transform it into a stepping stone toward growth. As sleep draws near each night, release every worry into divine care. Rest confident that nothing important will slip through during the night. Your part is to rest deeply, trusting that progress continues even while you sleep. Tomorrow you'll wake to fresh opportunities prepared long before, facing them with the calm confidence of someone who knows the path planner walks beside them. Allow divine movement without obstruction. The night will pass, but the work done will last. You are being readied for what comes next, equipped in body, mind, and spirit for the journey ahead. Nothing can cancel what has begun in you. Rise renewed each morning, ready to walk into everything prepared with confidence and expectation. Pay attention to small signs that confirm these promises. Be patient, watching for steady evidence that strengthens your trust. You were never designed for defeat, but for advancing with confidence into the future set before you. Your belonging is secure, and the presence beside you doesn't drift away during difficult moments or restless nights. Nothing in your past, present, or future can loosen the steady grip on your life or dim the care poured over you. Valleys of doubt, peaks of success, long plains of routine, all are places where divine guidance continues unwavering, even if your path wanders off course, even if half-truths tug at your heart. The divine hand refuses to let go. Close your ears to claims that you've been forgotten. Shame, rejection, failure, and blame cannot pull you from love's reach. The commitment to you isn't fragile, It cannot crack or corrode. The decision to hold you was made long ago and stands firm through every circumstance. Lean into that certainty whenever doubt whispers its lies. Within you, a quiet spark already glows. Divine breath stirs that ember, awakening fresh courage and hunger to live honestly and boldly. Even when challenges look enormous, the light may seem small but remains entirely real. Trust, let its warmth spread through your thinking, pushing back the chill of fear and uncertainty as you face each new day. From this moment you are different. Old burdens loosen like untied knots and fall away. Today marks a fresh chapter that has waited patiently for you since before your first breath. Walk forward without dragging yesterday behind you. The path ahead has been cleared of debris that once blocked your way. Step onto the open road and feel how light your shoulders become when you travel without the weight of regret. Joy you once thought impossible will rise within you like morning light. Let that gladness remind you that hope can grow even in the middle of ordinary days, transforming routine into opportunity. You were formed for purpose, not retreat. You weren't meant to settle among cynics who cling to gloom. Many chase flawless achievement through their own effort and miss the simple beauty of grace. But you are free to rest in it every hour, lifting your head with quiet confidence, knowing that each honest step you take is celebrated, even those too small for others to notice. Guard the doorway of your heart carefully. Choose companions who bless without hidden motives and offer kindness without keeping score. Friends whose sincerity cuts through confusion are rare gifts. Keep them close. Remember, though, that your spiritual journey is primarily between you and divine guidance. The loud opinions of spectators cannot rewrite the story unfolding each day. Bring your needs, hopes, and even private fears openly to divine attention. Answers come at the right moment, never too late, often in unexpected forms. Watch for markers that brighten your path and confirm you are seen. Hold these truths openly, letting them breathe, and you'll notice quiet increase ideas, strength, opportunities, and blessings arriving like steady rainfall rather than sudden noise. Divine attention never drifts into sleep. Hidden tears, buried longings, and barely whispered questions don't escape notice. Nothing goes unseen, not a sigh, not a single anxious thought. Trust that each detail is held gently, like a listener who cares more about your heart than your performance. With that assurance, you can rest knowing you're thoroughly understood and fully safe. Divine watch over you never wavers. Every tear, longing, and whispered question receives attention. Nothing escapes notice, not a sigh, not an anxious thought. Each detail is held with care by one who values your heart above your performance. With this assurance, you can rest completely, knowing you're fully understood and entirely safe. Walk forward even when mist obscures the trail. The path has already been cleared of stones and dangerous pits. Follow the quiet direction in your spirit and each uncertain step will land on firm ground. A path of blessing opens before you, widening as you continue. Move steadily and let calm assurance fill your breath. Set aside shame, guilt, and regret. You stand wrapped in mercy, not accusation. When harsh judgments come, let them pass into divine hands. The final verdict over your life is grace, and that decision is final. Wear that reality like a comfortable coat on a cold day, noticing how freely you move once blame no longer weighs on your shoulder. You stand before divine presence wrapped in mercy, not accusation. When harsh judgments arrive, let them pass into hands higher than yours. The ruling over your life is grace, and that verdict stands final. Notice how freely you move once the weight of blame no longer sits on your shoulder. Remember this truth at dawn, midday, and during quiet midnight hours. Let anxious chains crack apart. Sleep without dread, knowing someone keeps watch. Rise expecting fresh kindness, scattered along your path like bright stepping stones. Face each day believing goodness has been placed ahead for you, waiting to be discovered. Enjoy peace that doesn't depend on perfect circumstances. Breathe deeply of hope that the world cannot give or take away. Even simple routines sparkle when you remember that every hour is touched by careful planning. If you stumble, refuse self-condemnation. Learn the lesson, adjust your stride, and press forward with understanding rather than shame. Growth often hides inside ordinary moments. Wisdom frequently waits beneath the surface of temporary discomfort or loss. Defeat is never your final chapter. Divine power transforms broken moments into insight and compassion that can lift others who struggle with similar challenges. Let divine promises act as lanterns for your feet, revealing hidden dangers and clearing fog-laden confusion. When discouragement presses close, return to these promises, speak them aloud, and feel their steady weight anchoring you against storms. Over time, you'll notice how setbacks themselves become evidence of resilience, proving divine guidance in places you once deeply feared. Remember countless moments of being carried through trouble and triumph. Divine loyalty doesn't expire but remains the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Hold that reality close, and worry will lose its volume. Tell your heart the story again whenever fear resurfaces, and let gratitude rehearse every detail of steady kindness with each deliberate breath. When you sit alone, no divine presence remains near. Strength often grows best inside acknowledged weakness. Victories wait ahead, and long-shelved dreams are ready to breathe again. Allow hope to loosen the lid. Let those dreams rise. They may look ordinary, yet they carry quiet power to bless both you and those around you. Use the gifts resting within you. Share them generously for others' good, and watch them grow. Your faith may feel like a faint flicker, yet it can brighten. Don't despise small beginnings. Celebrate each bit of progress, and you'll notice momentum gaining strength, just as a single drop ripples outward across calm water. Faith isn't the absence of questions, but the choice to hold on while answers grow. Stay present through uncertainty, navigating the unknown with divine guidance. Each honest question can become a doorway to deeper understanding. Don't fear the wait. Even silence can serve as fertile ground where confidence takes root and blooms over time. Train your spirit with simple habits. Sit quietly in divine presence. Read sacred words. Linger in gratitude. Allow stillness to restore courage. These moments strengthen inner roots, making you resilient when winds howl. Over time, you'll notice that peace remains even in weather that once rattled you. Such hidden resilience grows steadily, unseen by crowds yet deeply felt in your soul. Pray from the heart and give thanks often. Divine delight rests on those the world overlooks. Grace glows through those who simply say, "I am willing." You don't need flawless skill, you need an open spirit. Offer what you have, and it will be shaped for greater good. Place your life on the open palm of trust. Your talents and personality were shaped with intention. Nothing is accidental. Every preference, quirk, and ability can serve meaningful purpose when linked to love. Together with divine guidance, you'll use each one in the right context, bringing benefit you may not yet imagine. The world will try to attach limiting labels to you. Return to the name given before anyone formed an opinion. Embrace your place, whether public or quiet. Every assignment matters when powered by divine strength. Small acts done in love carry reach beyond measurement, while large tasks done with pride shrink in true importance. Let humility keep size in proper perspective, and your heart light. Stand tall, knowing that although the struggle is real, the fight belongs to divine power, and the outcome is secure. You don't need to exhaust yourself proving worth. Move forward, doing the next right thing with quiet confidence. When resistance grows loud, remember that decisive victory was settled long ago. Hold steady, breathe, and let assurance settle deeper than emotion. What was begun will be finished. No opposing voice can overrule that certainty. The enemy may roar like a storm, but his time is limited. Walk in undeserved grace and steady hope. Look toward tomorrow with expectation. Remember yesterday with gratitude. Inhabit today with attentive joy. Each sunset closes only what needs to rise. Each sunrise opens another window for mercy to enter. When you close your eyes at night, picture divine arms surrounding you. When you wake, feel divine presence before worries speak their anxious claims. Stay near, and divine whispers grow clearer than surrounding noise. This presence remains your unfailing source of life. You are never forgotten, always within reach. Draw close, and your soul will lack nothing essential. Divine nearness supplies wisdom, patience, and steady courage. As you rest in that reality, even ordinary conversations will carry hints of peace that intrigue others. Welcome daily renewal. Let peace settle over your dwelling so deeply that visitors sense calm before words are spoken. Allow gratitude to keep that atmosphere fresh through each passing season. When you stumble, divine hands stand ready to lift you. When tears fall, divine attention catches them. When doubts crowd your mind, divine patience waits with clarity. Even those who have walked with divine guidance for decades still discover new depths of divine character. So will you. Each season presents another facet of reliable goodness. Approach these revelations with curiosity and watch wonder replace cynicism in your thinking, reshaping your inner landscape. Trust that divine timing arranges meetings and opens pathways when everything seems blocked. During seasons of waiting, guard your heart against complaint. Instead, rehearse goodness and celebrate blessings already present. Gratitude turns the key that unlocks further favor. Speak thanks aloud until fear loosens its grip. Share boldly about divine faithfulness, even when the ground feels unsteady. Your simple testimony carries more influence than polished arguments, because authenticity rings true in weary hearts. It reminds listeners that hope is practical, present, and available to anyone willing to reach beyond isolation toward genuine connection. Move forward with courage, remembering who travels with you. Let divine words echo through your mind, offering shelter and shaping every relationship and dream. If fear rises, speak those words until it quiets. The divine voice never competes with panic, but continues with steady calm until you notice and follow. Give every corner of your life to divine care and watch long nights turn to bright mornings. Divine love holds steady through highs and lows. Keep pressing on with trust, and you'll see how even detours contribute to a wider route. Nothing is wasted. Every experience can feed understanding and compassion in ways you'll appreciate later. What feels like delay today may become the crucial connection that supports someone else tomorrow. Locked doors will open. Strength will carry you to heights once thought unreachable. Insight will arrive. Comfort will stay, and you will finish your course shining with evidence that divine faithfulness has remained true. One day you'll look back and notice how every turn, delay, surprise, and celebration formed part of a wider pattern of grace. This pattern was designed to guide not only your heart, but countless others toward lasting good. What seemed random at the time will reveal itself as intentional and purposeful. Stand firm now, letting divine strength shoulder heavy loads and breathe hope that endures. Divine presence remains close and attentive throughout your journey. Let perseverance grow, watered by quiet prayer and honest conversation. Each time you release a concern into divine hands, your soul stretches, making fresh space for peace. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the profound message of my dear child. I hope these words have brought you comfort, hope, and a renewed sense of divine presence in your life. If you found value in this narration, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more spiritual content that nurtures your soul. Your comments mean the world to us. Share how these words touched you or any insights you gained while listening. Remember, you are never alone on this journey, and divine love surrounds you in every moment. Until next time, may peace fill your heart and guide your steps forward.